Hello. Hey. Oh, it's so great to be here. What an honor to host the season 3 finale of the Upper 90 Club. I am Mars Plimpton. Woo! You may know me from hosting this show. God, what an honor to be on the stage here with Ben.
Tip of the hat.
Trey.
Tip of the hat.
Haas.
Hello.
Mort is in the Poconos catching snow waves with some family friends. Oh,
Poconos.
This is such an honor.
What are you doing here?
Such an honor.
There you go.
So I've been a little under the weather, and that reminds me, the doctors. Why are they so expensive? Have you ever thought about this?
Every day of my life.
I mean, so you go to the doctor and they tell you, for instance, like my skin is it's breaking out. And I say, what's wrong with me, doctor? And they say, that's a dermatitis. And you know what I found out? Dermatitis is just Latin for owie skin. And so what I realized that itis just means inflamed or irritated. You're just like, they're selling you the Latin they learned in medical school back to you for just to tell you what you already know about yourself. Am I right? Have you guys noticed this? Pants. You ever think about pants? Why is pants plural? It's like, unless you only have one leg, why? No one says, oh, I got to get my pant.
You know what I got a problem with? Sheep.
I hear something from the audience. Hold on a second.
Why are they called shepherds?
So what I say is, I don't know what the etymology is for pants, but I say, let's just start calling them pant, because it's always going to be plural, okay? Hey, we've got a great show for you tonight. We've got bold predictions coming up. We've got the Run Club Rundown trademark new segment title coming up. We've got we've got season 29 or 30 of the Columbus Crew coming up next week. So stick around. We've got a great show for you. Do we have anything to play now, or should we go back to normal? We'll just go back to normal.
I'll play an ad.
Sorry, I'm here for business. Discord Echo, it's Discord Echo, it's Discord Echo, it's Discord Echo.
Discord.gg/crew96.
That's discord.gg/crew96. Join today.
All right, we're back. Hey, so for real, we on this show, I think I already said it actually. We're just gonna do predictions. We're wrapping up our 3rd season, guys.
Wow.
Mort is out, so he's the predictions man. So I guess we'll kind of be flying blind without him here, but we're going to do that. The big news going into next week, number 1, we have a run coming up, 9.6K after the toast.
Right.
So so for the runners and anyone else who wants to join us, we
spread the word. It was kind of up in the air. I know the Nordica posted something real small, like, by the way, there's a run. So we are going to do the 9.6. We're going to start at LDC, do the toast, run down around Schiller Park and back to City Tavern. Then City Tavern is going to host us, and also they're playing the Everton Man United game. So we talked to them, and they're looking forward to having us. So yeah, we'll probably put out some feelers and stuff like that, because they want to know how many people are going to show up, just so they can staff appropriately. And I was like, probably 1 billion.
And if you're worried about it, 9.6 kilometers is 5.96 miles. And if you don't want to do that, you can just drive over to City Tavern with Hawes and I and enjoy and cheer on everybody as they run in.
It's about an hour, right? If you're, an hour, maybe a little more.
Yeah, I'll probably keep the pace. So it'll be like 10 and change. Yeah, because I started back running this week. Started Monday night. Woo! The flu. The flu. Oh. So
is that what the doctors told you?
Yeah, fluitis. I was like, oh, I can play the flute. And they're like, that's not what that means.
Yeah. I have the flute.
Like, put your pants back on. Full circle.
So,
poke it.
Yeah, okay, I'm gonna resist the urge. Okay, so that's the run. We can make an event in Strava. Are we gonna do that?
Yeah.
Okay, we're gonna do it.
We'll blast all the
for anyone in the run club. You'll see an event there, and then anyone else, just hit us up.
Join the run club,
or join the run club. Yeah,
or just meet us there.
Even better.
I mean, it'll be cold, but it'll be brisk, right? Like 30 degrees or something like that. It's actually pretty good running weather.
Okay. Also, we should just quickly mention we talked about this at length last season, but the official away kit, the R.L. Stein Goosebumps Goo kit, has been released. You've seen it in person, Trey?
I did. I saw it this evening. Some person walked by me and like R.L. Stein. That's a good looking green.
Okay.
Damn it. Wait, someone already had it? I had it.
Yeah.
I ordered it and it shipped. I think it's going to be here like Tuesday. But I'm not convinced. It's green. It is green.
Question that I don't really want to have you answer is the UV reactivity just glow in the dark? That's like 90s technology. It's just glow in the dark?
First ever.
Under specific blacklight, yes, it is glow in the dark.
Okay, but if you just turn off the lights, does it glow?
I don't think so. I don't think that's how it works.
Rolling in 5.0? Is that what we're doing? No? Is that not a Vanilla Ice reference? No.
I
said Vanilla Ice reference? Was it a Vanilla? You said the reference. You're like, was that a Vanilla Ice reference?
I mean,
I remember that you had previously mentioned Vanilla Ice.
Yeah.
In our year in review. I think your head's still in that space. Let's move on. Let's so
do like the
we want to go. So we're going to cover. What are we going to cover?
Ninja, go,
let's
ninja,
do let's do bold predictions. Now.
Whoa.
Because
we remember our bold predictions from last year?
I do.
We were all you did figure it out. Okay, so let's start calling people out. Let's call Mort out here because he's not here. So we can just be like, yeah. I don't know. Wait, Mort just came in. Hi, hot tip of the hat.
Yeah, man.
All the way from Poconos. tip another hat over here. Wow.
All right, Mort. What was your bold prediction last year?
Oh, I don't know. A bunch of hats so we can start tipping them. Wow, okay. Interesting.
You don't know?
I didn't. Wait, do you guys remember what he did?
Okay, so let me just go through what I remember just off the top of my head.
Because I remember mine.
Off the tip of my hat.
Oh.
You do remember yours?
Yeah.
Okay, so let's just do that. Let's skip more. Go ahead. You start. What was yours?
Mine was I predicted that we would win one of the tournaments that we were in. Like one of the ones that weren't the cup, and we would win the cup. Like we would win two of them. So like when we won Lease Cup, I was like, in the bag. Oh yeah. And then the past 3 months we haven't played a game. So
yeah.
Didn't.
Okay. We came close in the CONCACAF.
Yeah, but I said specifically it was going to be MLS Cup.
Oh, okay.
we were going to take MLS Cup, but
yeah. Okay.
We did not.
All right, Haas. You remember?
No, I don't.
Trey. I remember a couple of them.
Yeah, I think one of mine was that we were going to score more points, have a higher points total than we did the previous season, and we would score more goals, which I don't think either of those happened.
Right.
I said Miami was not going to make the playoffs.
Yeah.
They were in the playoffs for 3 games, like us.
Yeah. Good on them. It took a lot of the pressure off.
They got the supporters shield. They got the supporters shield. They did it, and they did it without Messi. Really, I mean, or without Messi in the first half of the season, anyway. So
I feel like someone else had us winning supporters shield. I don't know if I put it in mine. Did anybody else put it in theirs? What were the other ones? Mars, like, what were the other ones? We really should have listened back, but we were too busy having.
We can't. They can't be bothered. Can't be bothered. No one.
Too much. Been researching too many of our transfers that we've been having.
Yeah. None of that. There's been no news on transfers. We got some money, right? This is like off topic, but
we did. But also being said, did anybody watch Cucho play his first game for Real Betis today? I did, but I wanted to get anybody else's take on the actual game.
I wasn't able to watch.
See it. So the long and short of it is he played, I think, 70 minutes. They got a Real Sociedad, the team they were playing, got a red card 25 minutes in. So it was kind of a free for all. But he was. I miss him. We are going to miss him. Like, he is an absolute menace. He tried a bicycle kick, like a scissor bicycle kick, and almost made contact, but also almost took a guy's head off. So that was awesome. Mm-hmm. He tried to like chip the keeper with the outside of his foot, like he used to, coming like in from the corner of the box. And they were like, "Whoa, it looks like he's back in La Liga." He had a Rabona pass around like to Anthony. He was just. It was like the same Cucho you love to see. Like, the crowd loved him. They won 3-0. He was a complete menace. I mean, he had like a couple shots on goal or whatever, but he looked like he fit and was gonna do really well in that league, and that's obviously like a better league. So
do you guys have bold predictions for this season?
I've got one.
Do it.
My bold prediction for the 2025 season is Max Arston is our top scorer.
What? For the season?
I wanted to say like the first 10 games, but
that's season. Like kind of that's the big question mark is we don't really know what some key players who are going to make theoretically make a difference on our team and our outcome, who those people are going to be.
Right.
How about top goal contributor?
I was going to say I thought Rossi would put in 20.
All right.
Contributions or goals?
Goals.
Wow. That's what because I'm thinking bold predictions need to be like.
Because Rossi had 12 last year. So,
like, a bold prediction that I heard from a different podcast, which will remain nameless, is that the Crew will not make the playoffs. And I was like, that is a bold prediction because almost everybody makes the playoffs. I think Rossi having 20 is a bold prediction. Because if he does, I have a feeling it's going to be like he scores 20 goals and we're still like, meh.
I just remember when the other pieces were not there in April and May, he was the one finishing.
That was what? Cucho's timeout?
Cucho's timeout. Ramirez was injured in Charlotte. He was the one finishing the job. So we'll see. That's one of mine. The other is that, is kind of along the same line. This is not a season prediction, but I think we're going to go under 500 until we fill these empty spots.
I don't know. I get that's a bold prediction too, because even though we've lost some key pieces, we're still relatively put together, and we're going to be playing teams like Chicago that have 6 new acquisitions plus a new coach, and it's like they don't hit the ground running at the beginning of the year. Like, a lot of these teams that get mixed up catch fire later, a la Red Bull and stuff like that, and even the Galaxy. Like, the teams that are like don't have don't make a bunch of new moves and try new tactics or whatever tend to do okay at the beginning of the season. That's why I'm struggling to have like a big prediction, because I'm not like overly confident, but I'm also not like oh, we're screwed. Like I'm like right in the middle, and like all my predictions, I'm just kind of like, I feel like we're gonna do okay. I think the Rossi thing is interesting.
Go a different way. Like, what do you think about Nancy? Is he going to stick around?
Yeah, I think he's going to be here all year.
Yeah, I think I'll do this. I think I would say 5 of the starters that start on Saturday, after the window closes for the next round, the next game, those five people will be gone. Like we'll have half the team will be new after
August or whatever.
Yeah. Because pretty well happened last year. Like he mixed up a bunch of stuff, trying to mix up stuff. Yeah, he tried to mix up some things, and we got a bunch of new pieces. And like I was like, yeah, your bow is never gonna come off. He's awesome. Like Amundsen's great. So I would say almost half overhaul by halfway through the season, for better or for worse.
It's kind of ambiguous. Half overall, halfway through the season, quarter of the roster is going to be gone.
Yeah.
What he's saying is half the people who start on Saturday will not be on the team in August. That's what he's saying.
Yeah, but which half? Name them.
Like, won't be on the team or won't be starters at that point?
Won't be starters at that point, or won't be on the team. I think halfway through, I think
that's like an italic.
That's a very non-specific prediction.
Oh yeah, that's how I do it.
No one likes that. Okay. All right.
I got one. So I think that this team will not make a single final of any of the tournaments that they're going to be in. And they're going to be no higher than the 7th seed going into the playoffs.
So
that, yeah.
Do you?
I think that they can make a decent run in the playoffs based on the moves that they're going to make throughout the season, but I think it's going to be too late for the tournaments that they're going to be playing in, and I don't think it'll matter until playoffs where they're going to be climbing uphill. So I think you're going to have a dangerous team going into the playoffs, but I don't think we're going to see much until then.
Right.
I mean, who was starting? Who was starting like in May of 2023?
I just remember like Russell. You said like Russell Rose started the game like last year to start out with. I think Amundsen was in, but Amundsen like has fallen out of favor.
But like, go back. Cucho was on the team when Porter was coach, right? He was, right? He was signed in 22.
Right. I mean,
I'm just trying to think, like, because we went and played Philadelphia in 23, where we later won the MLS Cup. And in the first game, we lost 4-1. Against Philadelphia. And Jim Curtin
that game was asterisks.
Yeah. Well, no, I don't think the game was asterisk.
Well, there was like 2 handballs that was like, no, dude.
The goals, some of the goals may have been asterisk.
Yeah.
But the result was sound. And Jim Curtin said, "Oh, this is a great team. This team could win, right?" So what I'm wondering is how far off from that team are we? And I think Cucho's a big part of it, man. He's the secret sauce.
I think Ramirez is a big part of that too, just chemistry-wise, and having 3 guys up top that other teams have to be paying attention to. I want to see the young boy. I want to see Chase Adams play. That's going to be who our start. You want to talk about 20 goals? That man can score 10 goals in one game.
You are alone. You are alone on an island.
On a United States.
I'm on a boat.
On a U14 co-ed team at Resolute Soccer, he can score 10 goals.
He did it against other 17-year-olds. No, they'd probably be 16. So, anyways, by the end of the season, I'm counting 20 goals for Chase Adams. Might take him 2 games, but
a whole 2 games. Yeah, I mean, I'm looking at the squad going. To be more specific on mine, I think Moreira. And again, when things are going well, everybody's happy. But like there are some rumblings where people are like, "Oh, I kind of want to use yada yada yada." I think Moreira goes. I think Camacho and Nagby's time is limited. I mean, I think Russell Rowe will start, and I don't know how much if he doesn't perform, how much longer he has. Arvston, if they try him up top, I don't think it works. I think he's a great winger, and I think he's actually going to get poached. I don't even know if Farsi would stay or DeJuan Jones. Like, whoever starts on the right will probably do well. That's like 5 or 6 people right there that I think will probably be gone. I can't even promise Zawadzki will be there. I mean, that guy, if he has another really good season, Aiden's killing it still at Middlesbrough.
Oh, Zawadzki. Yeah.
He's
good. He's good. Let's keep him.
Yeah.
Okay. Well,
and Schulte, I'm assuming Schulte will be gone at some point too, because they love U.S. keepers in Europe.
So you think we're going to lose even more players? Continue to lose players throughout the season?
I just think
we're already down to 23.
He did say we were going to lose 50% of the squad. So
I said
50% of the starting squad.
Yes.
I mean, most everybody
to the bench or to another team. Only if the groundhog next year doesn't see its shadow.
He ordered DP, it didn't come.
Okay, so we've conversed here. Let's put it out there. What's your bold prediction for this season going to be? Just pick one.
I say by the end of the second window, half of the people that start the first game will be off the team. That's a bold prediction.
Right.
That's like half the
fine.
team is not on
more
the team.
bold. That's more bold.
It's what I said the first time.
No, bold is like saying like this player won't be here. Like you just did a minute ago. You just named like 6 people that weren't going to be on the team.
Yeah. Okay.
6 people that you don't want on the team anymore.
6 people that Ben hates.
I'm sick and tired of all these players.
All right. Trey,
there's so many. There's too many. Some might say there are too many. So
Trey.
That's me. Trey, what's yours?
I'm sticking with we are not going to make the final of any tournament, and we will be no higher than the 7th seed going into the MLS Cup playoffs.
Okay.
7th is low.
It's pretty low, man.
It is.
The East is pretty good. Yeah.
I don't disagree with Ben that there's going to be changeover with this roster, and I think we don't have anybody to begin the season, and we're going to put ourselves in a hole. And then we're going to be digging and digging and digging. That's it.
Okay. It does kind of like, I don't know. I feel like just with the loss of these 2 key players and pairing that with the early exit out of the playoffs, even though the many other top seeded teams crashed out early, Cincy, Miami, LAFC, all made first round exits last year. It does have like a 2009 vibe where like you win the Supporters Shield and then I think we lost. Did we lose first round that year?
That sounds right.
And then it was like rebuild after.
I think 2009 they didn't even make.
I think we're 2010.
No,
is where we're at.
Supporters Shield in 09, Ben.
Yep.
Yeah. That's what I mean. The following year, because they always
right.
said
yes. This is what I'm saying. Yeah,
I think this is like 2010. Like 2008.
That's what I'm afraid of.
2009, and we're in 10.
Oh boy.
Yeah,
it didn't go so
I don't think
well.
we're there. I don't think we're there, but I just have that feeling we gotta fill some of these gaps, and we've got a great coach at the helm. I mean, I still believe in Nancy. So that's why the 7th seed to me, that sounds low, but it's supposed to be bold. So good on you.
And
Oz, what about you?
Mine is Max Arvston, top goal contributor. So assists or goals.
I like that.
That's crazy.
And I'll stick with my Rossi at 20. Miami's not going to make the playoffs this year. Let's be real.
We should all make that prediction and be like, and also Miami won't make the playoffs. How about this? I'll double down and say Austin won't make the playoffs.
Miami's going to buy the playoffs.
Yeah.
And then someone needs to buy out Austin and it needs to go somewhere else.
Okay. So one other topic I want to talk about before we do a quick break here is I think we did get some closure on a topic that we closed on last week, and that is, what is Trey going to wear to Crewsmas next week? We went around, we deliberated, and I think the answer eluded us while we were recording, but it was right clear. There. It was made very clear after we got done recording what the correct thing to have Morgan put on the back of the jersey that Trey's going to wear would be. If you need a refresher, Trey was the worst at predicting game outcomes and scores last season. And as a shame punishment, he is going to wear a full Austin kit strip to Crewsmas.
You could wear like a hoodie on underneath, but I think you should wear shorts.
Well, I'm still trying to find the mint and green shorts. So that'll be the difficult part. Either way, I'll wear shorts.
So Haas was able to procure a jersey without giving any money.
Yeah, I say we don't give away what's on the back, and then people.
You don't want to give it away?
No, I think we should wait.
No. We need to give it away. Because you have to find me, and there might be other people wearing Austin jerseys.
Do you guys remember during what was the All-Star Cup where people were wearing like other people's jerseys and someone wore an Austin jersey?
Yeah.
You could see him. Like I could sense
Trey. You will be able to be seen.
100%
in the entire stadium.
Yeah, it's going to be like that asshole.
Okay, so can
Morgan legit is like, man, I'm like genuinely nervous that like Trey's gonna get hurt. I'm like, we are too a little bit.
Oh, my friend Morgan, we'll go hang out.
Can we say what we put on?
He won't be here. He wants no part of this.
Yeah, we want people to make sure they're finding the right Austin fan.
Okay.
There's another Austin fan.
So there could be. Could you imagine the embarrassment if somebody walks up to a non-Trey?
Yeah. They're not gonna. It's not gonna say what yours says. What we have is and it's already lettered, right? It's done.
Mm-hmm. It is done.
It's done. So shout out to Sup Supporter Supply for lettering this jersey for us. The name on the back is Messi, and the number is 96.
Yeah,
it's Lionel Messi's brother. Okay.
Yeah. Texas Messi.
Charles Messi.
Chuck Messi.
Hello, you know my brother.
And
Trey, if you have to take photos with people, don't touch them. Like put your arm around them, but don't touch them like how Messi does. Like he doesn't actually like touch anybody. Trey should be wearing a fanny. I'm gonna arm him with a fanny, and he'll have
I'm down with that.
We've got our new hopefully we got our new bands in. We'll just be handing those out for free.
New bands. Okay. All right, so that's exciting. I don't know how no one thought of putting Messi on the back of the jersey. Came up last week, but it's the easy pick. So let's do a break. When we come back, we're gonna do our predictions for the game. We got to do the rundown.
Whoa.
And then it'll be nothing but
a
cakes. Few days until the season kicks off. So we'll be right back.
This episode of the Upper 90 Club is brought to you, as always, by Supporter Supply Company. Hi, friends. This is your good pal, Morgan Hughes, here to talk to you about a serious issue facing 96% of all Crew supporters in Columbus. Why, not enough free shipping, of course. For a limited time now, through the eventual heat death of the universe, Upper 90 Club listeners can use the promo code Upper90Boys. That's boys with a Z on the end of it. At checkout for free delivery on absolutely any order over $10. But Morgan, what if I order $10 worth of stickers, or those goddamned buttons, or some other combination of small items that make you want to kill yourself? Will the free shipping still apply then, even as you curse our family, while you package up our little tiny annoying ass order for us? Of course it will. That's just how much we here at Supporter Supply value our friends at the Upper 90 Club. So head on over to supportersupply.co and use the promo code Upper90Boys. That's boys with a Z at checkout for free shipping on all your orders over $10. And don't forget to tell them that your friends at the Upper 90 Club sent ya.
We're back. I'd like to kick things off here with the newly dubbed segment, The Rundown.
And we're going to insert
rundown jingle here. Yeah, it's a rundown. We're coming to town. It's a rundown. Okay. What we're going to do is a rundown. Down, rundown. All right. First order of business, we need a wellness call out for Nate Carpenter, who put up 96 miles last week and 0 this week. Does anyone know where Nate is? He's, I hope he's okay.
Thoughts and TMPs. Yeah, thoughts of players.
Prayers up.
TMPs. Prayers up.
All right. This week was more of a muted week.
Like I said, I ran 4 miles. I was like, I'm back in it, baby. Also, for those really worried, my Achilles feels the exact same. And I was limping around today, and I haven't ran in 3 weeks. So it's all fake news. I'm just going to run through it.
Achilles.
You know what my Achilles heel is? My Achilles heel.
Yeah.
Idiot.
Yeah. Okay.
Stop worrying about me and start worrying about Nate. Where's Nate?
We're
going to call this episode Donde Está Nate.
His dying breath was commenting on our last
Te ayudas.
All right. I was going to pull up total miles for the week club is...
We need to get a guy that runs named miles.
686.
Still.
Pretty good week. Good week, club. Chase up top, 60 miles. He's always putting up 60 miles.
Still a lot of miles.
Kevin is over 40. Kevin Thompson, 37. Michaela, Chad, Phil Cogley, Paco.
How many did Phil have?
Everyone over 30. Phil was at 32. Stacy hit 30 somehow. She's like skiing with Mort. I don't know what. Oh, she had I think she had a big day. She did like an 18 or something.
The Poconos.
Right. Moving on. Let's see. We got in the 20s, John K, Francesca, Brian Fowler. I hit 25.
Hey, Fowler's in there. There he goes.
My sister is at 20.
Who ran the least? Did I run the least?
I'll tell you. Of the members, we have 74 members.
Yeah, at least ran
0.
We had 42 people run this week. Melissa R. put up 0.6 miles this week. Good job,
girl. Yes.
David at 0.9. Carlos at 1.8.
Loose.
Bird?
Okay, let's just stop right there. Go ahead.
Matthew Hawes at 2.4.
Hey, there he goes.
Shout out Matthew Hawes.
Wait,
I don't think you've
did
made
mine not get in there
before. You are... No, I don't see you there. I see Kelly.
What?
Kelly at 4.6.
Oh.
Okay, hold on. Mine must not have uploaded. It was around 2 points. It was less than Haas. It was less than Haas. That's what I thought you were going to get to me.
All right. I see man, we got a great club here, guys. Shout out to everybody.
Come out on the toast. It's 7 in the morning. I think is when we're gonna do it. 7:30. I'm gonna try to have. I still want to run with a flag, like we're like a champion, and like have different people hold it for like half a mile or something like that. We have this race in the woods called 024 where you just run one loop for 24 miles, and they have a prosthetic leg that has a chip on it. So like your goal is to like take it and carry it around for a mile to see how many times a leg can go around, and they try to get it to get an ultra. So I've run a couple miles with somebody's leg. Sounds weird now that I'm saying it out loud, but I'm glad I did it.
Talk about pant. You can use that for pant. Okay.
Nailed it.
All right. Let's put a pin in that leg and move on to our predictions. Is it time?
Whoa. It has been so long.
Do we want to talk about Chicago's off season?
Yeah, probably to start. I would say before we get into that,
we'll need to do that. Yeah.
I'd say before we get into that, there's one more thing I wanted to bring up. We didn't have a doc this week. We also don't have a dog this week. I've never had a dog.
Dude, that's cool.
I have a dog.
That's cool.
I have a dog here. Look, he's right.
I don't have a dog anymore. Thanks, Ben.
Okay, shout out, Copa.
Thanks for the memories.
Sorry. Legit, there was a dog that got put down a couple weeks. Sorry, Trey. Thoughts and players. But they had a town hall for the Discord, and there was like, I think, a ton of people. I think there were over 30 at one point in the Discord town hall, like going over the stuff. So join that. We have a new ad for that coming out. And we're also talking to, like I said, City Tavern for doing other stuff, and also CRIS, which I'm sure a lot of you are familiar with. We're also going to work with them for some things. A lot of fun stuff coming up. A lot of fun stuff. First things first, Run Club. Second thing, predictions.
All right, let's talk about D's.
I don't know. I thought
You got to think about that.
I'm already sweating.
Man, I don't even know. Like,
Buckle up, Buttercup.
My tongue is sweating.
I'm not good at doing things.
You're dumb.
Chicago in the offseason, Greg Berhalter became their head coach. They picked up a DP, Jonathan Bamba, who's likely to play as their number 10. Central midfielder, Rominge Kouame.
Pronunciations brought to you by the idiots of Upper 90 Club.
They picked up veteran Swiss winger Philip Zinkernagel.
That actually, you said that right, from Club Bruges.
Are you?
And U22 right back Leonardo Barroso.
You are making up names.
As well as Jack Elliott.
And Omar Gonzalez.
Oh, yeah.
Who I think is older than all of us combined. And Ariel Lassiter, if you guys remember Ariel Lassiter.
But they dished
I remember his dad.
The power cube, right?
He gone.
Yeah, he gone. And they were the big signing that I keep thinking about. I'm like, they signed someone huge. They didn't sign Neymar. I kept thinking they were going to sign Neymar, but
the power cube was that was the Russian doll that swallowed Alexander Matan.
Or vice versa, or like
Matan was the man inside of it.
Swedish, but you know, it's fine.
Yeah, Bamba came from Celta Vigo, and Calme came from Cadiz. I don't know a lot of these players. Sam
Hugo
Rogers
Kuipers was new in the winter last year, so he's still pretty new to the team.
Yeah, I don't think they made the playoffs last year, right? They're garbage.
No, they were terrible.
Yeah, but they had. I mean, yeah,
they do have a good jersey though. Their new jersey's pretty sick.
Yeah, you got to zoom in, but yeah,
it's white with stuff all over it. So.
As opposed to the just
black
the
with stuff
white,
all over it.
Just the plain white jersey that Cincinnati had years back.
The worst. And it was $200. Like, you draw it. You draw on it. You inspire you. This $200 shirt should. I don't know. Jack Elliott is a good pickup. My question
was he on Philly?
Philly, yeah. He's good. He's good. He's a good like center back. Like I said, I don't know these other players. When did Berhalter get signed? Does anybody know when he joined the team officially?
After the season.
So did he have this offseason to, because, you know, we all know Berhalter's big thing is, you know, implementing this overarching plan where everybody needs to be on the same page. We saw it, you know, do okay, but relatively fail at the United States. You know what I mean? But like, did he have enough time over this offseason to make it work with the players that he has?
Yes. And he successfully
I think this is his team.
He successfully failed with it. Yeah, I would not call it like a fail, but I would argue that they didn't play how he really wanted to play. Because I'm looking at, so they picked up they picked up 3 guys in January, so they've had 2 months to vet in. Yeah, I just don't know. And they think
they'll get a DP in the summer transfer window too.
Sure, I mean, sure.
It's the rumors.
I guess my question is, it's going to be an interesting game because you've got a coach who definitely, you know, 2 coaches that definitely have a style and how they want to play, and their players have to, you know, bet into the system. Our players are already there, right? Like we don't have any new people besides Lassie that are new, but even he knows Nazi's system. So like, it shouldn't be a shock when we get out there. Everybody should be like relatively comfortable. I don't know how comfortable the Chicago team will be, especially being so bad and having a new coach and new players and being like, you know, a new player coming in and being like, I need you to do this specific thing. You know, like Nancy really allows people to express themselves on the field, and that it's like a polar opposite thing with Berhalter. So I just wonder how well the team he has is going to respond to him and if it's going to take time. My hope is that it takes time and we get out there and we can do well. But I just think it's interesting because have you guys heard how we did in these friendlies? I've heard it's kind of all over the place. I've heard, oh, we've lost 10-10, or, you know, the last game we just played against Toronto, we won 2-1, supposedly. I don't think they mean a whole lot. I don't think Nancy cares about the result at all in those. So I don't know like his tactics going into those games. I think historically he's kind of experimented and tinkered during those games, but for the actual season, he's pretty locked in. That's why I'm just looking at, before we were looking, at Chicago, and it's just a totally different Chicagan team, right?
Well, I mean, it had to be. They were last place in the East last year, and they didn't finish the season well. I think you're going to have a team with Berhalter at the helm,
right?
Who's going to be showing up with a reason to play, trying to prove something. And I think Berhalter's going to simplify his system down, and you're going to see a team that's actually better than they probably are early in the season.
You think they're going to respond? Yeah, because I'm looking at their team, and again, this is for those MLS people out there, but they have, Andrew Gutman at the back along with Jack Elliott, Omar Gonzalez. They have Pineda. Those are good players in the middle. They have Kellen Acosta. I'll tell you what, that Brian Gutierrez guy is phenomenal. He looked great for the U.S. Yeah, he is the real deal. That guy is awesome. So you've got Bamba and the other guy from Mali coming in. They're going to look good. And then their forwards, let me just breeze through here. They still have Chris Mueller, who is I don't really rate that guy, to be honest with you. And
he's not terrible.
But Philip Pumpernickel from Denmark.
Coopers.
Yeah, I don't see their strikers really in there. But, I mean, Gutierrez was technically, I think, like a winger striker, like one of the three. I think they're going to be okay. Can they come in and beat us at home? Yeah, we're about to find out. But I'm excited. And it's gonna be cold, though, right?
Yeah, probably like 30.
Would assume so.
I did not know it was going to snow today, and it snowed today. A lot.
Well, so what do you say? Are you guys ready to put it out on the line?
Oh, boy.
I texted Mort.
It's been a while. I have Mort's.
Oh, you do? Okay.
I do.
He texted you?
For some reason.
Interesting.
Yeah.
Coob. It's the Coob. It's the Coob. Also, my brain just got rattled. I think I know his specific prediction was that the goal of the year was going to go to AZ. Do you guys remember that? He is going to have like an insane goal this year.
That's an insane statement.
Yeah, I mean, so goal of the year for the MLS is ballsy. It'll be interesting. I think it would be awesome if we could see him take off this year. I don't think it'll actually personally happen, but I think there's another gear in AZ's car that he can just like turn on and go in his electric car that's not a Tesla. You know what I mean?
Okay. All right. Well, if it's an electric car, there are no gears. Okay, so let's do. I mean, there's one gear. Like, I imagine there's one.
It just blew my mind.
It's a direct drive. Like, oh man,
I work at AutoZone. I feel like I should know this stuff. Get in the zone.
Okay, right. It's time to do the predictions now.
You're dumb.
Let's see what we got here. Oh, okay. All right. So, Hawes, did you put in Mort's? Okay, thank you. Start with Ben.
All
Ben.
different, right? Except for one. So not all different. Okay, cool.
Ben, you said 2-0 Crew Cat shuts Chicago Cats the garage door.
Yeah. So I think
Chicago doesn't have a cat.
Well, someone's head's getting shut in a garage door, and it can't be my cat Limp Biscuits anymore. Cute little tongue still out.
Can't it?
I'm worried it's she keeps
Maybe
looking like
that's
she
what
wants to
happened
go
to his
outside.
teeth.
You say 2-0. What's your thought?
Also, I don't see gender.
What's your thought, Ben?
I think they're still going to be working out stuff. I think it's going to be a lot of deer in headlights for Chicago, a la looking at the U.S. men's national team of like, well, I was told to run here. I got to be like, and here it's like a deer in the headlights of a garage door. So, yeah, and I think we're just well-oiled enough where we'll be up 1-0, and it'll, they'll have a breakdown and it'll be end of the game type stuff. I don't know. I mean, Rossi's still scoring goals when people weren't around. So,
okay. All right. Mort said 1-1. It's a nice non-contributive prediction. Trey, pick a side, Mort. Trey, you said 2-1 MLS to CMH.
Mm-hmm.
Anything to add to that?
Rossi gets one. Chase Adams gets one.
Is he even on the bench?
He's on crew too.
I tell you what, if it's the end of the season and he's like playing and starting and doing okay.
Hey man, I'm riding this horse.
You're
giddy up.
Okay.
Getting onto a progressively small.
You got to get on the Colts. Got to get on them when they're young. I'm on the Chase Adams bandwagon.
Hawes, you said 1-2 Crew. Ooh. Does that mean that the Crew's going to win?
Yes. I don't know why I typed it in the wrong order.
Why did you type it the wrong way? If you're going to type it the wrong way, you put it Crew first. It's never been switched and mixed up, right?
With the European scale.
No, that's not.
That's not what that is.
Still wrong. It's fine. Okay, so you think the Crew's going to win 2-1?
That is correct.
You don't want to be on this podcast anymore.
Yeah. Starts this comedy
Man,
podcast.
if Mort saw that, he would lose his mind. I'm surprised Trey's head didn't explode.
So,
I saw it.
Oz, do you want to add anything to that other than the clarification because you typed it so incorrectly?
No, just a shot in the dark.
Shot in the dark.
Gross.
Good one. It's a safe.
Speaking of the jerseys,
UV.
Yeah, shot in the dark. No more.
That should
No
be
more
the
Shot in the dark.
caption
A
of the
whisper
jersey.
backstage. An itch backstage.
Yeah, I picked up a
I
pair
think
of
all
those
that
socks
whisper
I'm going to
backstage
wear.
is going to get cut. So
If they have black light, I'm screwed.
Oh yeah.
We're
Okay.
good.
Yeah.
All right, and I said 1-2. Sign somebody.
You think we're gonna lose?
I do.
That's
I
because
think,
he's from Chicago.
no, it's not. No,
Yeah, it
it's
is.
not.
No,
I'm
it's
not.
not.
No, not.
You're
not
from
only
Dublin,
is it not,
Chicago.
but I'm also not from Chicago. Yeah. Hey, so here's my thought. I think it was Trey who said, maybe it was Ben. You got the new team like gel potential of Chicago. They got a bunch of people coming out, and I think the Crew are gonna. I think they can put one in, but Chicago's got a strong defense, and they're missing the results makers up top. Sign somebody. 1-2. We're gonna lose our opening match at home. Sorry, guys.
I don't.
Shame.
You don't think? I'm trying to think. So, I still think.
I don't think he's incorrect.
Yeah.
I mean, I think we're going to end up. I don't think early in the season we've got a good team, but we'll see.
I mean, yeah. I don't. That's just it. I can't.
The
get a
team
good
that's going to be starting this game is going to be the team that we refer to as the rejects or the backup players or what happened to our good team. That's what we're going to be seeing.
Just
I don't
two
have that
up
many
top.
missing.
Yeah, it's just two up top. That's it. Period. And like, I mean, I'm assuming he'll start.
Those two up top are pretty important, comma.
Well,
what exclamation
mark?
Dot.
Period.
Hashtag. I mean, we started without Ramirez like most of the season last time. I mean, we don't have Matan, but that's not a thing.
And you don't have Cucho.
Cucho is the big one. Cucho, I'm not gonna like sit here and say
this team is.
But I would argue. Let's get into that. I know we're in predictions, but like Cucho is not replaceable. That ilk of player or that player profile doesn't exist. You can't buy him in Columbus.
Yes, you can. Yes, you can. Like, we literally did it. We had like Lucas. We had Lucas, and we also how they're going to replace him. We replaced him with Cucho, somebody better.
Cucho was like already on the team, right? With Zelarayan, and they did not. No, we lost
at the same time.
Yeah, right? They had him at the same time. Rossi, you're talking about Rossi. We got Rossi when we lost Lucas. We had Cucho and Lucas. Cucho did not step up until Lucas was gone. My thing that I'm looking for is who is going to step up and fill Cucho's role. I don't think it's Rossi, and I think the only people that could are Russell Rowe or AZ. They're the only people that could possibly do it, and I hope one of them does it. I don't think either.
Those guys are mid. Those guys are mid. They are not.
But
stars.
It's sink or
they
swim.
Are not stars.
To Trey's point, though, it is sink or swim. So like these guys are going to go out there. I'm assuming he starts Russell Rowe, Rossi, and probably AZ, unless we see Dwan play out wide and Arston come up top. But I think we will see someone step up, and if not, that's the person we have to go after. And they'll be able to identify exactly how. Because I mean, I just feel like no way we lose Cucho.
Welcome Chase Adams to the team.
Did you see him play for Crew 2?
No, I honestly haven't watched him play at all.
I have watched him play enough where he is not. That is not the player profile. That
I'll take the man that can score goals. That was the same thing that everybody said about McBride. He's not the pretty player, you know.
Hey, he was attractive. He was a pretty player.
He's
that
like
guy was
Pitt.
beautiful.
They've got Habrun listed as a forward. They also have Ramirez listed on our roster, and
is that on Crew's site?
This is on the MLS website, yes. And they have where did it go? Arfston listed as a forward still, even though he hasn't been played as a forward all of last year.
Yeah, I think Arfston's going to be a good shot though for the year. I don't think you're far off with saying that he's going to be the dangerous one.
But he's so
outside of Rossi.
Yeah, I mean, again, it's like we just can't think like we need a Cucho replacement. Like that guy is an enigma. His player profile like doesn't exist. Somebody who does what he does out there. Like no one on our current roster does it. I don't know anybody like Benteke doesn't do it. Who won the Golden Boot last year? Was it Benteke? Like that dude. That dude absolutely is polar opposite of Cucho. He's just like a fox in the box, tall guy who scores on headers, and he's a menace. But like, I watched him in Rio.
That like small market mentality in terms of like you're literally just like, oh well, you know, we can't hire anybody that's good.
No,
you know,
what I'm saying is, well, name someone else
your
that's
expectations.
Like Holland, maybe like him, like an absolute menace to guard. He's all over the place. He comes back and plays defense. That Holland doesn't even do that. Like I don't know anybody who does that. Like I'm looking at Spurs. Spurs don't have that. You know.
I just Cucho played like that before he joined the Crew, or is this Nancy's directive? Because like Nancy encourages people to play the field, not the position, right? And so I'm not driving at something, I'm not making a point, but I'd be interested to see how Cucho played before he was on our team, and if he was more of a winger or if he was a 9 and was more of a finisher, then perhaps it kind of broadens the market for bringing somebody in and just coaching them up to play both sides.
25 matches in 2021, 2022 for Watford, scoring only 5 goals.
But he was injured. He was injured for a lot of
He still played 25 games, though.
So
the year before that, for Getafe in La Liga, he played 23 matches and only scored 2 goals. So that's a very good question. Yeah.
I think it's very much I don't have anybody that plays like that because no one plays Nancy's system, especially striking like that. So could AZ have turned into that? My hope was that Russell Rowe would have turned into that, because watching him for Cappies like 2 years ago, that guy was unplayable. That guy scored for fun. And it was like, sweet, he's going to roll into Nancy's system and be like unstoppable.
Okay.
And like it didn't work. And I was like,
the problem with those two guys is I don't think either one of them have the talent that Cucho has. So like you have to get somebody with the talent that Cucho has and then coach them to play both sides of the ball.
Right.
And that's why I say that those guys aren't going to show up. They're not going to fill that space. We got to sign somebody or somebody's.
But can they do something that's as effective or something? The thing is, it's like I don't know. It's super important that whoever's up top gel together and know how each other play and can play off each other. Because I don't think like our the amigos up top, those three, Ramirez, Rossi, and Cucho, were unplayable. Like that beast was, if they're on the field, like you're going to lose the game or you're going to have to score 4 to beat us.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? I just hope that next man up type deal, which we've been seeing since Nancy has joined the team, works. And like, I'm just hope like AZ goes off this year or Arston goes off or, Russell Rowe. Again,
yeah,
I don't see
that
Arston
feels
doing
like
it
old school crew
footed.
ball to me, where you're just like you're waiting for the game to be over. Remember that feeling?
Yeah,
where you're like praying that the game ends so that you don't screw it up. Porter ball.
At the end. Well,
it's just, and I'm not saying that this is Porter ball. I'm just saying, like, if you're hoping that someone turns into someone else, then what you're doing is you're going to be just praying that the result comes, right? Whereas the last couple of years we've had the luxury of praying that the adverse result does not come, right? I mean, we were putting up results and we were holding games and doing a great job. So
we're up 2 goals with 10 minutes left. I think this season's going to be a lot of the old Porter ball where it's like, okay, cool. It's 1-0. It's the 82nd minute, and they've had 90% possession. Yeah, please God. Yeah, and like and it's not even like we're parking the bus. It becomes like it's going to be different because it's going to be like mayhem. The way we play is going to be like end to end. Oh boy!
All right,
man.
Well, let's call it there. This is so we're on. I don't know how many of these we've done. 130.
Who cares?
Or so.
It's Crewsmas.
It's Crewsmas.
Woo!
We're gonna
Crazy
party.
to get shivved outside the front.
Party.
Zap,
yeah.
zap, 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 zap.
We'll kick off another season. So when we get back on here, we'll have plenty to talk about. I'm glad to be back. We're now finally concluding the off season. Congratulations, everyone.
We did it. This is our 3rd season. It's going to be on season 4 with a huge asterisk because we had like only 10 episodes the first season.
Yeah.
Right.
Hashtag Porterball. Hashtag it ended before you wanted it to.
It was kind of nice to like hop on here and talk trash
about Porter.
Just like we had like ideas and whatever. And for the past like year and a half, we've just hopped on and been like, we just won 5-0. Like,
we're amazing.
Yeah.
Like, I hope we sign no one.
Yeah.
Well, and I think Amundson's hurt right now, and I think Hagen has a broken finger.
Yeah.
But otherwise, I think we're healthy outside of that.
Okay. All right. Well, let's take it to Chicago. I hope my prediction is incorrect. And we'll talk next week. Until then, go Crew.
Go!
It's Christmas time. It's Christmas time. It's Christmas.
What time is it?
It's Christmas time.
Thanks, everyone, for joining the club. We hope you'll listen next week and every week.
even in the off season, to celebrate or commiserate. We'll save you a seat. If you like this podcast, please give us 5 stars and subscribe. You can email us at upper90clubpod@gmail.com. That's upper90clubpod@gmail.com. Follow us on Twitter and Instagram at upper90clubpod. Go Crew!
The linguine, courage, play with courage.
South America. Okay. All right. This is definitely getting cut, but we should keep going.